I extended the invite yesterday to my male empowerment community movement, brotherhood, all of that, bro. Matter of fact, before I even dive into this, just the response from it's been fire, and it's what I imagine, bro. Men of the same mind, just wanting to help each other be better, bro. It's just dope dialogue, all positivity, all inspiration, all information. It's fire, bro. And I definitely foresee some big things happening from it, man. But just where people can go and just be seen and be heard, be recognized, dog. It's fire, man. So if you're interested, it's out there. But anyway, I'm in the comments to that video, and there was a comment that got my attention, bro. I mean, all the comments get my attention, bro, but this one specifically got my attention, bro, because this is what it's all about. Listen, man, I respect you, and I'm happy you made a better life for yourself. That said, let's keep it a buck. You weren't stuck there. You chose to stay for the pay to maintain your lifestyle. You could have quit as soon as you stopped enjoying it, but to keep going while considering helping the cartel who kills your fellow agents is weak. Of course, people who have worn military, law enforcement, uniforms, etc., and their loved ones will be pissed off. Like I said, I respect you as a man. This isn't an attack, but come on, bro. Stop it with the victim perspective. You were immature and unhappy and considered doing something dumb. A lot of us have been there. That's what it's all about. That's what it's all about. I totally had the victim mind state. Totally had the victim mind state, bro. And not even realizing it too, bro. You know what I mean? I mean, in addition to a lot of things that have changed about my perspective throughout this YouTube journey that I'm sure some of you may be aware of, man, like just how I look at the world politically and socially or whatnot, man. But back then when I wasn't giving two fucks about what the hell was going on in the world and I was just, whoa, it's me, I'm stuck like fuck. I'm not being seen. I'm not being acknowledged. I'm being overlooked, ignored while I'm doing my due diligence to prepare myself as much as I can with that goddamn job. You hit the fucking nail on the head. You goddamn right as a motherfucking victim. Weak as shit. Weak as shit. And I was egotistical with the victim mind state, bro. You know what I mean? It's like having a conversation. Well, I wasn't having no conversation with nobody back then. And that was part of the fucking problem. Luckily I was able to get myself out that situation, man. But I was prideful in my victim mind state, bro, because dog, y'all can't relate to my struggle. Y'all can't relate to what the fuck I'm going through. You know what I mean? Especially there, bro. And I never put out what I thought it was of why I was treated a fucking certain way. You know what I'm saying? I've had fellow agents hit me up, or I had past coworkers hit me up that were aware of my circumstances back then, and a lot of them attributed it to the color of my skin. But I like back then, I definitely thought it was had a lot to do with that, and it probably did have a lot to do with that, bro. You know what I mean? The big boisterous black guy. You know what I mean? I heard that so many times back then, bro, and I was feeding into all that shit. Is what made me look at my situation that much worse, right? Which fucked me up in the head in the process, man. But that's what it's all about, man, because men cannot afford to be victims, regardless of circumstances, bro. Like, say, for instance, even if I could prove that it was due to the color of my skin or how people were judging me beforehand, or superiors were judging me beforehand, bro. Like, say that was the case. And so what bro said still is accurate, dog. You chose to stay there. You're going to deal with the fuck you're going to have to deal with, bro. And that's what changed my motherfucking mind. I don't know what the fuck it was. Why I was treated the way I was is irrelevant. All I know is the way that I was treated and the way I saw the world was enough to make me say, you know what, fuck this, I'm doing something different. You know what, fuck this, I'm too talented, I'm too intelligent, I'm too ambitious to be in this motherfucker anyway. I'm gonna figure my way out this motherfucker, bro. From that point, that victim mind state turned into motivation, bro. The more I thought about how fucked up my situation was, the more it pushed me to get out of the situation. Y'all are not going to allow me to compete for what I deserve. Y'all are not gonna see me. Y'all are not gonna acknowledge the things that I've done. You're not gonna acknowledge what I put into this. Okay, I'll put all this shit into something else that I'm passionate about. Right now, let that fucking gas fuel me to get the fuck up out of there, bro. And in addition to that, the golden handcuff shit is real, right? My situation really pales in comparison to a lot of y'all fellas out that I've spoken with. Because at that time, I ain't had no kids. I wasn't married. It was just me that had got accustomed to the lifestyle that I was living because I was making so much money with, well, I mean, it's pennies now, but back then I was making so much money with the Border Patrol because prior to that, I wasn't making no fucking money. I ain't know what the hell 100,000 looked like, bro. So I had to be comfortable and do whatever the fuck I want to do whenever the fuck I wanted to do it. Back then, being a victim, I'm supposed to give that shit up because I'm unhappy in this job. It's like, you know, what percentage of the world is happy doing what they do at their job? What percentage of the world is actually happy doing what they do for a living? Few and far between. You know what I mean? So I'm going to quit that and then, you know, still had these bills, still had this mortgage to pay, right? That's what I was thinking all that, bro. But I allowed that victim mind state to power me to where I'm at right now. Turn that victim mind state into gasoline. I turned that victim mind state into nitrous to get me to where I am today, bro. Because it's real. Men can't afford ever to be victims. When in actuality, men are totally victims, bro. Society has placed men in the most vulnerable situations, bro, because there's nobody out there to save you. It is entirely on you, bro. Regardless of how fucked up your circumstances are, regardless of how broke you are, regardless of how much trauma you've been through, regardless of your handicap, regardless of your social skills, regardless of your lack of energy, regardless of your occupation, regardless of your demographic. As a man, no one's gonna fucking save you. It's totally incumbent upon you to do what you have to do to get yourself out that fucking situation. Fortunately enough for me, I was able to convert that pain I had into this. Just like a lot of y'all motherfuckers can, bro. You can convert whatever the fuck it is you're going through, however horrible or however fucked up or however bleak your circumstances are, you can convert that shit into exactly what you need to get you where you need to be, right? So yeah, bro, hit the fucking nail on the head. I was weak. I was immature. I was a fucking victim, feeling like I'm stuck. I can't do shit about it when you absolutely can. But, you know, what are you willing to sacrifice? What are you willing to compromise? What are you willing to give up? What are you willing to not be complacent for? What are you willing to change? Change is a scary motherfucker, especially when you have a whole ecosystem already working for you. You want to unplug from that ecosystem because of a feeling that you have. You got them right. You need to do it because otherwise you're going to be lost in the sauce like you are today. But it takes time to get there. It takes some wherewithal to get there. It takes some balls to get there. It takes some knowledge to get there. It takes some assistance to get there, right? That's why I'm glad I started this fucking community, bro. You know what I mean? I couldn't imagine my egotistical ass back then. I probably wouldn't even. I was too egotistical. I had too much pride to reach out to anybody any goddamn way, right? So everybody that's pulling up to the community right now is way better than me because they had enough self-awareness to know that they need help or they need assistance or they need a community to rely on in this regard. Not me back then, nah, bro. I don't want nobody help. I can do it on my own. I could have saved myself a fucking long time ago. A fucking long time ago, bro. Just being inspired by other people to share stories with, bro. I couldn't imagine how much more easier that transition would have been. I would have been here a long time ago if I had somebody to confide in, bro. Pride is a motherfucker. Ego is a motherfucker, especially when you a goddamn victim. How the fuck does that make sense? Because victims don't know that they're fucking victims, right? And men cannot afford to be victims at all. At all, right? Got to get this right. Got to get this right, man. And that's what I did. And you can do it too, man. But yeah, that comment definitely got my attention, bro. Appreciate you putting in there, bro. That's what it's all about. Accountability. Community. That's what it's all about. Discipline. That's what it's all about. Courage is what it's all about. Confidence is what it's all about. You know what I mean? But yeah, like I say, pull up to our male empowerment community, self-development community. I know male empowerment probably is triggering to a lot of people, you know what I'm saying, on some, I don't know. But fuck that. That's what it is. We're empowering men to be the best version of themselves as possible. Develop themselves as best they can be, right? You know what I'm saying? We're starting from the ground up, right? It's just people in there getting to know each other. It's been dope. It's been dope, man. But anyway, say if you've been thinking about it, you know, finding a community, if what I've been saying has been sinking in with you at all, man, and you hesitant on pulling the trigger, bro, fuck it, man. Pull up, dog. All dope vibes. All dope vibes. And if you a troll, stay the fuck away. You ain't got time, right? And they gonna kick you out any goddamn way. You're gonna call your ass out, and you will be dismissed, bro. It's all positive vibes, you know. All growth. That's what it's about, man. Anyway, yeah, link for the community description box. If you're thinking about it, man, pull up to my Night Fit channel for more content like this. And yeah, man.